If you go to your announcements, you will see the code I'm using today. What I did is I grabbed in module 3, I grabbed the polymorphism primer, and then I went to our doubly linked list that we did last, and I grabbed all the shit on node and doubly linked list and put it all in. And so if you look at the announcement, it's all one big clusterfuck right now, but it is organized. It does run as is. So that's what we're looking at right now, Carlos. Announcements. Come in, grab this code. I know you're going to ask me in 60 seconds after I've switched over. So this is where I'm grabbing it from. All right, let's get that part out of the way. Let's shrink that down.
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
All right. I commented this part out because we'll switch to nodes in a second. We're going to do the polymorphism thing and then add the node part afterwards. So this it's similar to a little bit of the inheritance we did earlier, hitting the polymorphism again, because it's pretty important here. We've got a vector. It's originally using vector. I'm going to make this a global constant by adding const right here. Having pi declared with a nice simple value without having to pull up CMath is pretty handy. The polymorphism primer this was a written code. It's terrible. It has the private after the public, so you don't know what the fucking variables are before you use them. So I just went and changed and put private before public. String is looking like color, so I'm going to audit this to say arg color. That way it's a little clearer to anyone using it. And we've got an abstract base class. All of our methods are virtual. They're meant to be used by a class that inherits off of it. So this is like our grandpa class. We've seen something like this before. Then we have the rectangle. It's inheriting off of it. Clearly, this is arg color because we're going to pass it over. I'm going to move the variables up top. Put them there. I'm not sure which one of these is arg length and arg width. So again, thanks, Redden. So we're going to go check. Let's go check the rectangle. I'm going to scroll down and find rectangle on the list. We got shape. Rectangle does arg length, arg width. All right, let's go back up. That's around 180. That's good to remember. So we'll call this arg L and arg W, just so we know what we're looking at. I know these are 3 sides, so I'll call it arg S, arg side 1, arg side 2, arg side 3. And circle, this has got to be radius, double R. Oh, fuck it. Arg radius. So I'm just putting in names for a second. Cylinder. I'm betting this is, arg color. I didn't put that there on either of those. I'm going to come here into triangle, put that there. Put this here in circle. I hope to God this is arg radius and then arg height. Cylinders have a radius and a height. Let's go look at cylinders. That's arg radius, arg height. All right. Come up here and call that arg radius and arg height. All right, so this is our inheritance part. We've talked about inheritance before. Circle or cylinder is inheriting off of circle, but with the public using this right here. Circle is inheriting off shape. Shape is the base class. Circle is like a middle class here, but we can use circle and cylinder. We go back up to the base class. All of these are virtual. Virtual means, as a reminder, virtual means it can be used in classes that inherit off of it. And a virtual method equaling 0 means it not only can, but must be used in classes that inherit. So these two must be inherited, have to be, that's why they show up in the later ones. Volume is optional, since it doesn't equal 0. We've talked about that before. Rectangle, it's got it in here. Triangle has the same one, area and perimeter. These are not three-dimensional shapes, so it doesn't have the calculate volume function. It doesn't make sense to have a calculate volume function. Circle is a two-dimensional shape, so it doesn't have volume. Cylinder is 3D though, so it has volume. And then we've got our node class, which is doing a string right now. Later on, we're gonna change that to tell it to take in a shape. So we come down and we look at our code. We've got a vector of shape pointers. Maybe that's what we're going to want to put in there. Do we want to make our node pointer hold shape pointers? We'll take a look. And thankfully, our list, we made our code use pushback, didn't we? I think even spelled the exact same way. So when we switch over, nope, it's pushback node. It'll be close. What we're passing in is a rectangle, triangle, a couple triangles, circle, cylinder. Let's go take a look at what's in the codes down below. Shape has just got its constructor, and calculate volume isn't doing shit. Rectangle, it's got its constructor. Recall when you're doing an inheritance that you have everything show up as what's being passed in. And then just like we had public shape above, we're doing the shape constructor, what we're passing to our class that we inherited off after. Rectangle is length times width, and that's perimeter. We don't need to go use, I'm sure there's methods in C math for it, but we don't need them. Try to avoid loading libraries that you don't need. If you can, anytime you can, just if it's basic math, do the basic math. It's quicker, it saves memory. Triangle, we got arg A, arg B, arg C. Those are our three sides. I like A, B, and C better than what I said, side 1, side 2, side 3. Well, that shit's junk. That's like a placeholder. Placeholder for testing purposes. We need to fix this. Perimeter makes sense, adds up to three sides. Here's the one where we avoided using CMath the most, doing 2 pi r for the perimeter and pi r squared. Hopefully you know your formulas for your basic shapes. You are supposed to have been eligible for Calc 1 in here, which means passing algebra and trigonometry. Theoretically, you have an idea of those shapes. Hopefully you know the formulas. And cylinder is pi r squared h for the volume. So this B equals pi times R squared times H. That's the volume of a cylinder. So it looks like, well, pi R squared is the circle part. And since it's inheriting off circle, it just went and pulled circle's calculate area to go off of that. Let's run it. It's going to tell us the wrong ship for the triangle. Calculate area of the triangle. It's going to say 5. But presumably this works. We haven't set up our nodes yet to take in the shape. Got a bunch of weird shit going on here. Let's go take a look at what's going on in the main. So it's got the base class. We pushed back our shapes. My shape list size, type ID. Type ID. So for each one of these, that's in the way. Oh, that is the top. Type ID is going off of this, and it's just going and grabbing the pointer, but everything's doing a shape pointer. So that's what it's telling us. But when we dereference it, we dereference the shape pointer, it's actually returning the object. The object stored is a rectangle, a triangle, a circle, a cylinder. And so our second line is actually telling us what class it is. Rather than the shape pointer, it's telling us what class. Then we come down to, says part 2. You know, this is junk. I'm going to do /n, so this will look better. I'm going to do this on the C out part 3 and rerun it real quick too. I like having a little bit of spacing when I'm reading shit. I might have to close that. Nope. Yep. Gets all bitchy. So what's it doing in part 2? Part 2, it's triggering the polymorphism. So polymorphism is very much, it allows us to grab and do different stuff based on whatever we're looking at. It's works off of inheritance. It doesn't do anything outside of inheritance, really, at least this version of polymorphism. So we're allowed to use calculate parameter on, oh, what do I have got? Let's change these to calculate perimeter real quick, because that's what all of those were. And I'm going to rerun that real quick. So on line 153 and 154, I changed them to perimeter. And rerun it real quick. So it's just telling us the perimeter. I think maybe having this in there would be pretty nice. I'm going to come grab this part real quick and throw that in right after each one of these quotation marks for the object. And that way, when I run it, it actually tells me what the shape is. That requires a for loop. Yeah. How about I just change this to say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Close that real quick. Meh. That didn't make it much better, did it? I didn't put any spaces in there. I need some spaces. Why did I do that? Throw in some equal signs so it's a little more readable. And it says, I should probably tell it that it's calculating the perimeter, but the point is that it's going in, and even though this is a vector of shapes, this is a vector of shapes or shape pointers, we are looking at using the rectangle, triangle, circle, and cylinder perimeter ones. I wonder what it's doing perimeter on cylinder. Maybe it's just doing the circle's perimeter. It's got to be. It's got to be doing the circle's perimeter. And then we've got, look, this part calls on doing the volume. I imagine that's what that says. Where is it? Yeah, volume. It's doing the volume. Well, shit, it says volume right there. We're able to call on calculate volume for all the rectangles, triangles, circles, even though we don't have them. Triangle doesn't have a volume function. Circle doesn't have a volume function. It's going back to shape's volume. And since shape wasn't set to anything, it's returning 0 on the volumes for the shapes. So let's go, and there was something else we wanted to change in here. The triangles information. The area of a triangle it uses Heron's formula. So let's go over and look up on Google. Heron's formula. That's funny. Square root, looks like we need the C math function after all. Let's copy that whole thing. So I'm in area 200, line 200-ish. The formula is going to be that. So it looks like maybe we want a double S equals calculate perimeter, because it's half the perimeter. Calculate perimeter, and then divided by 2.0. That'll force that. Then I'll make another one, like maybe temp here is going to equal S times S minus A times S minus B times S minus C. Conveniently, my sides are already labeled A, B, and C. And now we need to use C math. If you're not sure what the square root function is, go into or look up C++, square root. Should be under power. Ooh. Is there a square root command? Well, that's handy.
Power?
Well, let's see if AI, because I thought it was power and then doing it to the 1/2 power. AI is telling us there's a square root function. You're sure? Okay. it hasn't always been there. They might have added it. I don't think it's always been there. Did he? So I need to go include it. Back down to 200 was where my area was. We're going to return square root of temp. What? We also could have done pow temp 0.5 also gives square root. You put the it's pow object or the base exponent is how it's set up. All right, let's see if that changed our calculate area. Did we not? We never called on fucking calculate area, did we? All right, let's come in here and do let's change this one. Let's change the area in 157. Let's change from volume to area. Just to make it a little bit easier to do. Run it again. There it is. Whatever the volume was doing or area was doing was using 5. Now it's not. All right, then we go through and dereference or delete all the vector. So that's stuff we've looked at before. Let's look at using nodes. So nodes, let's go up and open up node. Node is set up to take in a string. We don't want it to take in a string. We want it to take in a shape. And why is shape pointer? Why not? I was hoping that was going to work. With a custom made linked list and node class. How do I use a abstract base class to populate or to in the node? I don't want the rude. It's like, let's just use int data. All right, show off. You remember how to make this work? It's working now. Fuck off. That is so rude. I'm like, I knew it worked. What? Oh yeah, I haven't changed the constructors. Oh. But like I had this and it said no. And then I did the pointer and it still said no. So I went to look it up, and as soon as I have to click off of it. So we need to change these. Yeah, I was. Maybe we'll call it our item address. And now we got to go down and change our node constructors. Oh, we might need to change all of our accessor methods too. Like get item should return shape. Pointer. Actually, if I wanted to, I could say, can I? Can I say return a dereference shape pointer? No, it's not going to let me do that. So we'll have to do that in the usage. Set item should take in a shape pointer. All right. Let's come down. Note I put at the very bottom, I think. Why is it red here? Nope, it's right there. I guess it is the bottom. Starting at around line 260. So node set item, where is set item? Set item here is taking in a shape pointer. An item was set to, let's go up and confirm that. That was line 288. I'm coming up and confirming in my node. That item is a shape pointer. Yes, that's good. Change our constructors. Since it's a pointer, the default will be a null pointer. So, okay, so these are our three node constructors. Change that to null pointer. Change node to take in a shape pointer and shape pointer there instead of string. And we can leave the name item, and that way we don't need to spend a lot of time changing our code. We do have some more red. Let's come down. Get item needs to return a shape pointer. I'm going to make a note in here. Note that this is a pointer. So if you want the shape, dereference it. That's get item. We did set item. I don't think we need to change anything else, and I don't think we need to change anything in our doubly linked list. Oh, we do. We need to change our constructors for doubly linked list because it's taking in a string. And this needs to be a shape pointer. So I'm going to need to change the prototypes up above. Let me go up and look at the doubly linked list. This is at line 330 where I'm changing that. Going up to doubly linked list up at the top in the prototypes. I think I can shrink down node now. We changed what we needed there. That needs to be a shape pointer. These are all going to have to be shape pointers. This might change our code a lot. How much work is this going to take? This may not work the way I want it to.
I'm a little bit confused with the shape star because I was a little bit laggy, so I didn't see what happened there.
We can't use a shape as an item because it's an abstract base class. So we have to use a pointer. The star means pointer. So I'm changing all of these. Jesus, there's a lot of changes. I wonder if we'll get this done in 40 minutes. We'll look at that in a second. I changed all there's a lot of prototypes we had to change, which means there's going to be a lot of shit we got to change down here. So 330 is where I put in the shape pointer there. So what we need to do here this says new node item, but we have something else. The new node has to be a new shape pointer, right? New shape. New shape pointer.
The new shape itself is it points to an average. It's like an average. Can I see your constructor for the
For the node.
Oh, you have set item.
Set item is a shape pointer.
Oh, you know, that would-
So I should be passing in a shape pointer to the new node. Maybe I don't need to say, where was I? Maybe I don't need the new, just the shape. Nope, that ain't it.
In the function prototype, I think you're taking in a string.
In the function prototype, let's go back up and look.
Right there, like right above, it's taking the string.
Oh,
Oh. Well, our item is already which is function. So wouldn't it just be our item and nothing else?
oh, yeah. Huh. So I didn't need to change it. All I needed to do is change that. That made this look like a little bit easier.
So does that mean we have to as well change the one for the middle, like change all the strings for the middle into shape as well?
I can't hear you. What?
The next code, do we need to change all the strings for the next code as well into
Yeah, we're
shape?
gonna have to change everything that said string needs to be changed to shape pointer. I can't race through it. I gotta do it one at a time. This one needs shape pointer. String, that needs to be shape pointer. I think the one that's gonna be a bitch is find node. That needs to be a shape pointer. That needs to be a shape pointer. All right, so find node is taking in a shape. Temp get item is getting the shape. So we need to go up and maybe we need a constructor for the color or the, because right now this is doing temp dot get or temp arrow get item. Is getting the shape. So if we're gonna do find node, we need to like find node doing the exact. This is gonna make it a pain in the ass. So finding, like let's come up and grab triangle real quick. Let's we had an example up here with triangle in our code. I'm gonna just copy this line real quick down below, comment it out, and look at what we're gonna have to do to use find node. Where the fuck was find node? It's in the red, isn't it? Nope. Find node's right there. So we're gonna have to basically say find what is this called? Find node? Find node. Triangle. I think that is gonna have to be how that works. So we're actually, this is what we would use in main. I think we're gonna find out. Find node is gonna be the bitch. Find tail. Didn't have anything where it needs shape. Pop node takes in a shape pointer. And pop node uses find node. We need find node to work. What is the only other line of red up here? Oh. Let's try putting that in for our new node. And let's try pushing back that. And we have a print list. Did I grab the print? I hope I grabbed the fucking print list. We have pop a cap in your ass. I fucking love that. That's. Do we have print list? Oh, MFer. All right, I'm gonna open one up real quick. Open it if you've got your double E. You can open up. If you come over to this, we don't have the link or the print list. So go into, not module 3, it's in lecture notes. Go into lecture notes. The bottom lecture note has our print one. Let's go find that print list. Is it after the singly linked list? Is that the bottom? Nope. Where the fuck is the print list? Must be before the node. There it is. I want to copy that one over. The fuck? I already have it here. I have it after cylinder. Oh, good. Never mind. It's already there. Apparently, Hefe don't know what he's talking about. He did grab everything. All right. I don't know that I have this up there. I have our shapes. No, I don't. So where was that bastard? is right after cylinder. Let's prototype that up above. And we're gonna do print string or you know what? What is print string list gonna do? It's gonna return a bunch of junk, isn't it? It's gonna try to see out temp node pointer, which is not what we want it to do. Because this is a shape pointer. So this is the one that's going to be the bitch. Let's see. We need one for color. We need one for calculate perimeter. Calculate area. Calculate volume. So it's not just get item, it is get item. We don't have a get color. We should make a accessor method for string color on shape. Let's do that because this is not going to work well. This is going to be a pain in the ass. Let's go up to our base class on shape. Let's go in and do an accessor method on get color. And this is a string. And I'm not going to worry about doing a set method because it's all part of the constructor and we got 30 minutes. I want to make this work. So I grab shape, put that, we got to come do. I will do it right here. Turn color. And I got to prototype that. I got to use the scope resolution operator. All right. So now I have a get color. I'm going to come back down into my print string list. Okay. So we're going to have it get color. And maybe we should have it return what the shape is first. I'm going to go grab that line from the code that did that. Up here, this line right here did the line 150, the type ID with the dereference shape list. That's something similar to what we need to do to make it like say what the shape is that we're doing. This is right here. So see out object. We're not doing my shape list. We're just doing beginning node or temp node pointer. Temp node pointer dot get item. that should do the shape. Say what the shape is. And then maybe we can do a little C out that says color. And we need one for calculate perimeter, area, and volume. So I'm going to copy this 3 times and just edit those. Let's do perimeter first. Then area. And then I'll say volume if applicable. Or volume for 3D objects. Volume if 3D, how about that? And this is going to be calculate perimeter. And this is going to be calculate area. And this is going to be calculate volume. All of this just to see if we can. It has one final CO. Got to do it all again down here. Okay. That's what I think that's going to work. That red up there is I didn't finish typing something in the main. Trying to get it to work with the linked list is going to be a pain in the ass. But if we adapt it right, it will work. Let me come up here and what the hell is it? Print string list? That's a terrible name. We need our first node. I'm going to say my dlist.getHead. And I'm going to comment out the rest of this because we already know that shit works. That's all I've got going on in main right now. I hope to God this works. All it needs is a space. Not bad. Let's come down here and do a C out end line. Maybe do 2 end lines so there's a little gap in them.
He's learning.
All right. Now let's see if we can figure out find node. Oh wait, let's push in a few more. So we had some more shapes we wanted to push in. So I'm going to copy this a couple times and replace the green with this blue triangle. You know what? I'm going to replace this with the new circle thing. We'll do that as new circle right there. And we'll do the new cylinder as the fourth one. And I am going to try to do pop or push middle. Push middle was the item we wanted to push in and what we wanted to push it behind. So push middle required find node to work. Let's see if this fucking works. So I want to push in the new triangle blue. That's our new item. And I want it to go after the triangle green. Do I need to have it show up as a dereference? This is shit. Oh. Shit, that might be all it was. Let's get rid of that. No, it needs the pointer to the triangle because it's taking in a shape pointer. So how am I going to pass in the pointer for the triangle? I don't know if push middle is going to work. With the way we set up our node and our doubly linked list, find node requires, like, we can't do a base class. Why can't I triangle pointer? Any ideas, Juan?
What happened?
So we're trying to put in blue after green like we had down here. Blue is after green. Trying to put in blue after green. This is putting in blue, but we need to do find a shape pointer. Can I what?
So what does it say? What does the arrow say?
I'm trying to triangle the shape pointer. This needs to be a shape pointer.
Uh, Can you do, no, because you shape with them.
That creates a new one.
Can you do the address?
So essentially, I'm asking is that what you're trying to do is you're trying to recall the third, the second one, the one.
We're trying to do blue after green. I need to pass in the address for this. I was trying to, I was trying to dereference it. That's not what I wanted. I need that. You're right. I need the fucking address. All right.
I don't know if it'll work.
I don't know if it's gonna work, but it doesn't say red. It's not saying red. That's a good sign. It's at least taking in the address, and that's what I wanted. Fuck. I knew that. Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think it would. Let's see. So you're, okay, this is.
136
Oh, so you're trying to find the.
requires one value. We're trying to find our green triangle and push the blue triangle in after it.
You have to access the actual what are you using to push back node? Is this a, is this a vector?
This is push middle node,
yeah.
so push middle node is. Let's come look at it. Push middle node is, this is the item we're pushing in, this is the item we're finding.
Why,
Maybe I shouldn't,
yeah, why not just do string and try to find the actual text itself within the shape of the. Is that like, so. Because you're trying to find.
I needed to find the green triangle that has those dimensions.
Oh, okay, so it has to be specifically that one?
Yeah, can I pass in a shape? It's not gonna let me pass in,
So
wait.
what you can do is like just iterate to, using that same list, iterate to wherever you need to do, because it is a, it's a list, right?
Yeah, it's a linked list.
So you should be able to just iterate it within the main, iterate to wherever you need to do, using get next. So what line did we do?
Yeah, but that would require knowing specifically where it is. And we can.
Now you can do find out.
We have a find node. This is using find node. Find node is above it. That's part of the problem. It's the find node part isn't working.
Oh,
Where's
find out doesn't work.
Yeah. Because push middle calls find node. That's what we're calling.
Maybe instead of putting it within there, you can do it within the main. Because if you're passing already the node, then that implies that you know where the node is. But if you put it within the actual, it's like the actual function parameter, then it does a function first and then returns back whatever it is, which in this case you're fine with. And then that is a node pointer, I mean, in and of itself, so it should be still.
So what I'm hearing
So
is do my D list, make a temp node.
well, you want to the shape pointer, right?
Yeah,
So you could do like a temporary shape pointer. And then within there, you could, yeah, exactly, find node. And then there you would find, and then in this case, there's no ampersand. Oh, well, that returns back the node, but it's not, you have to convert that or extract the shape part out of it. Yeah, exactly.
find node. Shit.
So find node returns back a node.
So I don't want it to, I don't want it, well, passing the address. It's
In this case, there is no address, because find node, I guess what does find node do?
find node finds a shape pointer,
But what do you put inside of it? Like, what is
a
it?
shape pointer.
Oh, it wants you to shape pointer?
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
because if I try to tell it shape, this is where we're the issue we have. If I do, oh wait, it doesn't have a problem with that. Maybe we can just do that. Where's my find node? Come here, find node. Fuck is find node? Is it after middle node? Find node. Can I just pass in a shape? Do you reference this?
What happens if we dereference the shape item? That's what I'm thinking.
I can't hear you, Carlos. You're really quiet.
Dereference the shape item, would that affect it?
Say what?
Dereference shape.
That's what I'm doing right here. I'm trying to dereference it.
I mean, like in the actual code, like find node, shape arc item, would that, if we make that, the actual shape, would that affect it?
I did make it the actual, I'm trying to make it the actual shape.
Oh, but they,
Temp get item is getting the shape pointer.
but if you see how the shape itself won't give you an address. Like even a regular shape, that's not a runtime, it still has an address, so the addresses would be different when you're dealing with it. So then you have to do it by value. You would have to say dot get item dot get whatever else is inside, so like the color,
Fuck.
yeah. Just to make it match entirely. You can do like an and.
What?
Yeah, it's a mess. It's a lot. You
This
have
is
to-
a hot mess
Yeah.
because then I need to check the other items too.
Uh, that sucks.
But I'm betting I could do an and, but that's gonna make that line really long. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do temp get item dot calculate. Wait, I need the parentheses. Calculate area equals arg item dot calculate area.
Assuming that all the sides are the same.
Why doesn't that like that? It doesn't like that.
The equal signs, you only have one.
That's it. All right, let's work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure every damn function returns the exact same value, then we know we have it. What a pain in the ass.
Maybe you could create some sort of report function, and if the report itself, like the report could be like returning a string.
Yeah, but I'm trying to do this in 10 minutes. What? Yeah, this is a Josue on Saturday. That's exactly what this is. Good call.
Yeah. I'm sure there's like a better way, but I think probably the time series answers.
Yeah, and there are time constraints. So that does need to be a shape pointer still. Ah, fuck.
Wait, what? So we're, no, that, I think that's fine. I think we finally Oh, yeah, because you can't use shapes, right? Why don't you-
I tried to, the prototype up here had. Where is it? Prototype here. That's the main.
No, the prototype should be okay.
Oh,
Oh, thank you. But I thought this was fine.
it is. So a lot of things are going off of it.
Uh,
Find node. Oh, did I not change it up? Did I not change find node up there either? I changed the fucking wrong thing like a scrub. Find nodes like that. No, find nodes right. It's Put it all back. Maybe that's the problem, is I had it mixed. Let's put it all back to being a pointer. That's what. Oh, I need to do arg item. I need to do this shit. Eh. It's like, dude, you have the dot in there, but since it wasn't, you didn't actually do it at the time. There we go. There we go. We got a fucking red box up here. What is this fucking red box? Oh. I don't need that point.
Also, Mr. Jones, that's all I was trying to say about the pointer. When you put the point next to the shape, that's what I was trying to say.
Why don't I just try passing this in? No, we need to actually do this. Why doesn't this work? So yeah, our issue that we had before is still the same issue here. Find node is taking a shape pointer, but I can't pass a shape pointer because I'm passing a triangle. Can I pass a triangle pointer?
Have to do some sort of move, but you want me. Can you send this to me? I'm gonna try to fix it later.
Yeah, it'll be uploaded. Can I just do shape? Pointer? Let's try the dereferenced triangle. Value of type node pointer cannot be used to initialize.
Oh, it's because find node returns back a note. But you want it to return, but you have a shape pointer, so you need to access or get the item.
That's not shit. That's not doing it. Oh,
But it should be outside those parentheses. If this works, yeah,
thought that might be it.
I think it's just yeah, what find node is trying to take in.
Yep, it's still the find node thing.
Um, I think that was a good goal. It would be.
I mean, we could make a list of, but that defeats the fucking purpose.
I would probably,
I can make it like a vector list of what this, like,
I would probably do some sort of like, just to make it really easy for ourselves, do a report function. And the report function returns a string. And the string will have everything, and then checks to see if the strings are matching. And that would probably, I think, be the faster way. But I don't, it's gonna take time. Report that return string and use the string to match.
Yeah, because right now the way we're trying to match off of it is doing all of each individual item, but we could right here.
Mhm.
Wait, no, that's not it. Where's find?
Plus we can use report for later anyways. Not a terrible idea.
Find note here. So here we're doing all these, but instead we could make a string and
If the 46.
then addend, what the fuck, is addend the right word? Where you keep concatenate, you keep concatenating the fucking items onto it and then search for the thing, so.
It'll be like 10 get reports, and then you know, do our guide get reports. And if they equal, then you know that they're.
So I'll make a note here. This is where we would compare strings from report. Use this part to generate the report using concatenation in a string.
We would concatenate. Because we just want to know if they're matching, right?
Right. But that way we have to, like, to make the string, you gotta concatenate a little part. We need to have all of these in there.
Or the report itself would already have.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I was saying when we make the report, use this to do it, because I'm not gonna remember this if I come back and do it later.
Yeah.
All right, so real quick. Home. If you look on the bottom of module 3. This is what part of what we're gonna go over on Wednesday, like the written portion of the practice, and then we'll do like a little review for the class. That says March 4th, but that's got the wrong date. March 4th is oh, that was from last semester. And then the test we'll have on Monday, next Monday, we'll have a written portion, and then it'll be like an at-home project. Now, I can give you I can set up the at-home project to be able to start working on this weekend and make it due like the following Sunday. That way you get access to the at-home project before doing the written portion, but the in-class portion is only going to be a written portion. I'm not going to have you code up a bunch of shit in here. That's an hour is not very long to do error checking at this level.
So would we use writing? What a writing?
Yeah, you can look at this. In fact, I recommend you try to do this before you come in on Wednesday. Try to go through and do what it says. Okay. It's in the module, bottom of module 3. That's what we're doing Wednesday, a little review. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. GTFO.
Okay, goodbye, Mr. Jones. See you this Wednesday when I'm actually at class.
Okay, I'll see you guys then.
See ya.
You're gonna make it, but is it okay if you're right? For you first? Right.
Yeah.